Ooh. What is up, Facebook? So for some ungodly reason, my Facebook keeps logging out and then logging back in. Whoever, dude, seriously, if you're hacking my Facebook right now, get a fucking life, loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, for reals. I don't understand it, yo. I really don't. I'm sitting here like, why is my Facebook doing this? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Carla. Like, I'm sitting here doing a video, minding my own business, not harassing anybody, showing off a potential Halloween costume, and my Facebook keeps logging off. And I keep getting this message popping up on my screen saying, you need to log back into your Facebook. And I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? Huh? Now, this is the first time this has happened in a while. So, you know, I wish people would get a fucking life, dude. But on the last live stream, you saw the cloak with the one mask. So I'll go ahead and I'll grab the other mask and show you what it looks like. Okay, so the mask I normally wear with this so-called costume of mine is usually this one. I put it on just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll tuck it in just like that. And I'll wear it just like that. No one's hacking you, I bet. It's been pretty annoying here as well. But yeah, I like my invisible face mask. This is pretty sweet. But, hang on. What the hell is that? What's that? What's that right there? Is that? Aww. I don't like it when there's a hole in my mask. Fuck. I know it must be done. Whenever a mask is doing this, just put it out of its misery. Because eventually it's going to tear all the way. If there's a hole in it to begin with, you know? Shit. So even if I wanted to wear this mask for Halloween this year, I wouldn't be able to because of that huge hole. So this invisible face mask is no more. Unfortunately, it was old as shit. This one's older than the mask I have right now, so yeah, God doggone it. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know, man. Like, whenever, and that's the thing of it, even if you could have fixed it, it would have tore again and again and again and again and again and again and again. There's no fixing a mask like this, dude. There really isn't. Big old hole in the side of it. I'm going, what the yeah. Damn it. It's an old cheap Halloween mask, guys. LOL. It's all right. Yeah, Diana Smith gets it. This mask was, ugh, dude. This mask was bound to tear eventually. This thing was bound to tear eventually. Unfortunately. But I've already got it replaced, so I'm not worried about it. I wanted to, you know. Yeah, this is how you. Yeah. And now it is no more. Thank this mask for all the fun I've had with it on pretty much every Halloween up till like last year. I wore this mask. So it was old as shit. It needed to be, yeah, it was long overdue, people. Very old, very cheap Halloween mask. Eventually, it was gonna rip. Unfortunately, eventually it was gonna rip. People are like, well, what are you gonna wear for a mask now that you don't have it? Dude, I've got that covered, son. Look at this. People are like, well, what are you gonna do now? Your Halloween mask is ruined. I got it covered. I got this shit covered. This thing is just as creepy as the other mask. So, I guess here you go. My Halloween costume for this year. Red wine. Red wine. Red wine. Here's Jossie. Red wine. Red wine. Red wine. I'll have to look. I get a lot of messages. I get a lot of messages every day. So I'll have to look. This mask is pretty easy to wear with my glasses, surprisingly. It doesn't squish my glasses. And I can breathe through it pretty good too. Oh yeah. Full costumes can get very expensive. Full costumes are kind of expensive. That's why, if I have a box full of Halloween costumes and different things that I've used over the years, I'll mix and match and come up with something new and original. Like, yeah, dude. I think this mask is a bit creepier than the other one, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, the invisible face mask was pretty awesome. But this just... Yeah, dude. Yeah, this definitely takes the cake on creepy. Can you stick your tongue through the mask? Yes, I can. The opening in the mouth is just big enough that I can drink and smoke through it just fine. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm liking this mask with the hooded cloak. That's pretty sweet. I love Halloween, and my costumes are always planned several weeks in advance. I'm going to try to get another batch done. That way, I have some money. I might go to the bar on Halloween, dressed as I am. We'll see, though, how the money situation's looking. Yeah. Yeah. And the cool thing about making my Facebook Live videos public is even if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you can still watch it. Yeah. Huh. You look like a riddle master in a dungeon, sir. Huh. Riddle me this. Riddle me this. When it comes to mass shootings and people killing other people while texting and driving, you notice that they don't blame the cell phone, they blame the person for doing it. So why is it, Facebook, that mass shootings were held to a different standard? They always blame the evil gun, the evil gun. Fuck that, dude. It's not the gun's fault, it's people's fault. The reason why I say that is because people are the ones that invented guns in the first place. Huh? Yeah. Think about that for a second. All these people who say, well, guns kill people. Like, no, they don't. People kill people. Because people are the ones that invented guns in the first place. So why is it? Why is it, YouTube and Facebook, why is it that these things are held to a different standard in our society? No one ever says, oh, it's the evil cell phone that blah, 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 blah. It's always, okay, who's the asshole responsible for that? Well, they're a dumbass. What is that shit? What is that shit? Yeah, dude, I'm liking this mask. Creepy as shit, dude. Yeah. It's a bit newer than the one I had, so it's in better condition. It's not a riddle, it's a question more than anything, Carla. Why is it that people who kill people while texting and driving are held to a different standard than people who kill people with guns? Because they never, they do blame the person for it, but people tend to focus more on the evil gun concept, and that's just something I don't agree with. The evil gun concept, that is such a liberal saying. Like, and here's the thing of it. If you don't like guns, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You're entitled to your opinion just like everybody else. You don't like guns? That's cool. No one's forcing you to like guns. You know what I'm saying? But educate yourselves, people. Have a little bit of common sense. Because if guns killed people, then how come my shotgun hasn't jumped up, loaded itself, and shot me in the face already? Because it's an inanimate object. Yeah. Because it takes a human hand. It takes a human hand. It takes a human hand to operate. Much like anything else. I mean, case in point. Go ahead and take off my costume here. There, y'all saw my Halloween costume for this year. Spooky as usual, because that's how I roll. Spooky and very creepy, because that's how I roll. I mean, there are times I'll wear my cloak outside when it's super cold out, because then I'll have some sort of warmth. Believe it or not. That cloak is extremely heavy. Well, it's not too heavy, but it's heavy enough, you know. It's heavy enough to keep me warm. There we go. Sort of like some green cult leader phantom looking thing, like, ooh, what is this, you know? But no, you want a better example of what I was just saying. Let me throw on my trichoteria shield, as I like to call it. A lot of people who have trichotillomania mania will wear hats or bandanas, so that way they're not tempted to start picking. Well, if they do try to pick, at least they got the bandana blocking them. There we go. Now, case in point, look at my tobacco pipe. If I set it down, it doesn't move. I pick it up, it moves. Same concept. Tobacco kills people too, but it takes a human hand to do it. But instead of blaming the tobacco companies, people just say, hey, you shouldn't smoke, it's bad for you. Am I right? They don't, they for real, like they don't, you know what I'm saying? That is actually a very fair comparison. You know. People in chat are like, whoa, dude, that costume is super freaky. I almost shit my pants when I saw that. I'm like, yeah, dude. My costume basically looks like the stuff nightmares are made out of. Yeah, dude. Wouldn't the equivalent be the car that you need a license to use? That's another good example, Dana Smith. As cars don't genuinely kill people, but they can. It takes a human hand to operate a car. Well, that's any inanimate object that has any inanimate object that has the potential to do harm. You know, that's not just tobacco. That's not just cars, cell phones, fast food. You know, because fast food sitting there by itself ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta actually make the food and then serve it to the customer. Yeah. So, and the reason why, and a lot of people, and including myself, I hate mass shootings, dude. I fucking hate mass shootings, dude. I hate mass shootings as much as I hate pedophiles, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no need for them. But here's the thing of it. A lot of people think that, well, if we make guns illegal, that'll stop the mass shootings. No, it won't. Look at alcohol prohibition. People are like, well, we don't like people drinking, so we're going to make it illegal to drink. Did that stop people from getting alcohol? The fuck it didn't. No, if you made guns illegal, it would make things much, 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 much worse. You would create a black market for firearms. Instead of there being a responsible gun salesman saying, well, you got to fill out paperwork and we got to call it in, make sure you don't have any warrants or arrest record or any of that sort of shit, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why I am able to legally purchase firearms is because I'm a responsible citizen. I keep my nose clean and I stay out of trouble. I don't have any arrest records. I don't have any warrants. You know what I'm saying? I keep my nose clean. I avoid conflict unless I'm cornered into it, you know? Halloween themed vodka bottle. I gotta check this out. Nice. Hell yeah, Carla. That's most definitely what's up. That's a pretty sweet alcohol bottle. Evan Allen says, Dana Smith, there are almost 4 times as many guns in the United States of America than humans. Good luck. Yeah? Yeah. Evan says, even Joseph Stalin said there that there would be no way to invade the United States of America because of all the guns. Yeah. Damn right. We have a defense like no country has. Cobes, I'm an NRA member. That's what's up, Evan. Hell yeah. Hmm. That's a good point, Carla. that's not a problem if people were rational about it. Some people might collect them. Yeah, that's the thing of it, is some people don't even shoot guns, you know, that some people collect firearms. They're like super old and they hardly ever get used. You know what I'm saying? Like some people will, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. Dana Smith says 4 times the amount compared to the populace. That is alarming to me. Yeah, that is a scary concept for some people. Evan Allen says, I have 2 myself. Yeah. Evan Allen says, I know guys with over 20 guns or more, right? Yeah. I do miss my pistol. I wish I wouldn't have sold it, but I kind of had to get a new phone. And then as soon as I did sell it to get a new phone, that one breaks. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Hello, Jeff Miller. Huh. Dana Smith says, I think gun ranges are good, collecting is good, but she says, I've seen personal working collections that are just seem unnecessary. You know, Dana Smith, you're entitled to that opinion. Maybe to you, someone's extensive gun collection is unnecessary, but to them, it's all about the fun of going out and shooting. Here's the thing of it, okay? If I built my dream house, I would have a shooting range behind my dream house. I would have steel targets set up and everything. At which point I would have a small collection of firearms myself. And people would be like, well, I don't see the need for it. I'd be like, dude, I have my own personal steel range. So yeah, you know, trust and believe if I had my own steel range, there would be more shooting videos on YouTube. If I had my dream house built, trust and believe the quality of my videos would change dramatically. I wouldn't be just doing my usual. I'd be going, hey, YouTube, check this out. Playing a song on the Carillon today. What song is it going to be? Oh, here's the Futurama theme song. Bow down, bow down, 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 down. Hell yeah. Evan Allen says, I got me a nice Beretta APX. That's what's up. Yeah. Carla's counter argument is that makes no sense, Dana. There are varying types of guns. It isn't illogical to collect guns. Yeah, no, it's not. You know, that's the thing of it is if you're being responsible with your firearms, you know, you're not being stupid with them. That's the thing of it is I keep my shotgun empty unless I have to use it. I keep my shotgun empty and the hammers disengaged. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, you know, one, that's bad for the tension springs. You know what I'm saying? And two, it's just gun safety 101. Yeah. Dana Smith says, I'm not against guns, guys. I've grown up around them and shit, lol. We all have varying opinions of guns. That's why I've mentioned that it's not so black and white. Yeah. That's the thing of it. It really depends on who you talk to. When it comes to abortion or guns, touchy subject in our country. Holy shit. But, you know, I think abortion should be legal under certain circumstances. Yeah. Dana Smith says, you're right, though. I guess for me personally, I'm more interested in owning one or two for personal safety. We all just like different things, though. Indeed. And that's what makes the world so freaking awesome is we all like different things. We don't like the same thing. And that's the thing of it. If I would have been allowed to, okay, you know, if I was able to keep my pistol, I would have stopped there. Two's the limit for me personally. Until I get my dream house, and then I'll have more. But it is what it is. Haha. Winter Peterson, that is a good quote. There is a good quote from a wise man named Joseph Goebbels. If we are attacked, we can only defend ourselves with guns, not with butter. Amen. You're right, Evan. It is definitely a cultural issue more than anything. Yeah. Carla says, see, that's the thing of it. You have a shotgun and a pistol, two very different guns. What's wrong with owning both? Well, I had to get rid of it, unfortunately, because I thought I needed a cell phone, but I don't know, these last couple of months without having a cell phone, it's not that bad. Evan Allen says, it's a weird time to be alive. Dana Smith says, cultural is a good point. I grew up in the backwoods, so they didn't make me uncomfortable. But I've seen some dumb fucks hold powerful weapons, laugh my ass off. Yeah? That's the thing about Dana Smith is people like you who grow up in the backwoods, you're gonna grow up around people who use them, and then you're also gonna grow up around dumb fucks who use them too. Hmm. It's weird that a cell phone and a gun cost almost the same, right? And we circle back to what I was just saying in the first place, Evan. How is it that a cell phone and a gun cost practically the same amount of money, but when you text and drive and you kill somebody as a result, people don't blame the cell phone, they blame the person doing the texting and driving? Now a cell phone costs more than a gun. Yeah, a brand new freaking iPhone can cost you anywhere from 800 to $1,000. When I myself can get a Mossberg Shockwave 12 gauge, any other weapon type shotgun for like $300. I'm just saying. Guns are cheaper. Really? My iPhone was $700. Well, John, you can find a decent gun for under $700. That's the thing of it. You can find a pretty decent gun for under $700. When it comes to buying firearms, you don't have to quote unquote break the bank. Yeah. Opinions on cannons. What, the camera or the actual... I'm assuming you're talking about the cannon that you shoot cannonballs from. I think cannons are pretty sweet. I don't know. I might get one. I might get a couple for display purposes. I don't know if I get one for my dream house that actually works. That might be a bit excessive. See, that's the cool thing of it too, is this is an awesome intellectual discussion with my peeps on Facebook. A lot of people, you know, just casually saying, well, this is my opinion, and other people disagreeing respectfully or agreeing respectfully. This is how you have a conversation, people. You sit down and you talk about the issues. You know, if religion and politics were this easy, goddamn, there'd be less problems in our society. If people could debate politics and religion like this, like we're talking right now, very maturely and just kind of casual, hey, this is my opinion, well, this is, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a much better place. But go to a bar, get drunk with your friends, bring up religion or politics, and just wait. If it doesn't start a bar fight, by God, it'll fucking get them yelling at each other like, you are a dumb piece of shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a stupid ass fuck. And I'm like, eh, boy. I've actually witnessed a bar fight break out because of religion and or politics being discussed. So that's why when I'm at a fucking bar and I'm talking with my friends, yeah, fuck it. I'll be talking with my friends about whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing of it. That is the thing of it. If you are at a bar and someone else in a different group of patrons is talking about something you don't agree with, ignore them. It's not your conversation, you rude son of a bitch. You get these assholes who think, oh, well, that group of people is talking about stuff I disagree with. I'm going to butt into their conversation like a rude son of a bitch and insert my 2 cents, even though it's not wanted. Yeah. Cannons lining the clock tower. Now I might have like, I don't know. They totally should, though. I've had some good drunken political talks. You just gotta find someone who listens. Yeah. Yeah, drunken political / religious conversations are pretty good if you get those who can handle it responsibly without, you know, that's the thing of it. If you're one of those drunks that gets violent or rages out every time someone says something you don't agree with, yeah, don't have a debate with these people, because these people are children. People like that are absolute children. People who get drunk and then they get overly violent or overly emotional when you say something they don't agree with, you know. These people cannot, and we all know those drunks. We all do. You can't have a conversation with them when they're drinking because, you know, you can't. Now, people who they get a little drunk and they're like, no, man, that's not how it is, man. This is how I see it, you know. People who get like that when they debate when they're drunk, these people are just fine. They don't get emotional. They don't get violent. They just slur their words a little bit, and they're like, hey, you guys, that's not how it's, you know. Thank you. Dana Smith, thank you. Dana Smith says, instead of just bickering back and forth, I want a conversation where I figure out why we feel differently. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Fucking exactly, Dana. Exactly. And when it comes to any hot issue in our country, whether it's gun control or abortion, people just have this problem where they bicker nonstop. They talk over each other and they bicker. And then I've seen it happen so many times. You're watching the news and these people having an argument. Can I just say something for a second? Blah, 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 blah. No, that's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Did you really just talk over me? Wow, it's so rude. No. See, that's the problem right there. It's blah, 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 blah. That's usually how a conversation like that goes. Is you start off with someone saying something, someone else says something, and then someone else says, well, can I just say something for a second before you interrupt me again? Before you interrupt me again, can I just say something? Blah, 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 blah. You know? Exactly my point, Dana. Yeah. That's how a conversation, like anything with a so-called debate, should go, is rationally discussing things and figuring out, okay, why is it that you think differently? You know? And I would encourage people, if you're going to have a rational or intellectual discussion about something, I would encourage people to have that discussion just like Dana Smith said. Figure it out, you know? Instead of bickering back and forth, he said, she said, I'm right, you're wrong. No, I'm right, you're wrong. You're stupid. No, you're stupid. You're a libtard, you know. Using words like libtard, you really show your intellect when you use words like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because someone's liberal doesn't mean they're a bad person. But you get those liberals that like to be extreme in their views, and that's no different with anyone, really, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to be extreme in their views no matter what. I personally think Muslims get a bad deal, just like gun owners. It only takes one asshole to ruin it for everybody else, right? Just because one Muslim claims to be a terrorist and does all this horrible fuck shit doesn't mean they're all like that. There are millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of Muslims who try to practice their belief peacefully, but they get chastised in the media because of those assholes. And I tell you what, Facebook, it ain't right. It ain't right. And it's no different with gun owners in America. People say, oh, if you're an American and you say, oh, I love guns, people just look at you like you're a dumbass redneck. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. If you're an American citizen and you say, well, I love guns, you know, you get that typical, oh, you're a typical American sort of attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking stupid. Just because one asshole or a couple assholes use a gun to pull a mass shooting doesn't mean we're all like that, dude. Especially in Wyoming, dude. Everyone in Wyoming, practically almost everyone in Wyoming owns a gun. No bullshit. Here in Wyoming, it is perfectly legal to open and carry. Straight up. Like, when I had my pistol, I carried that fucker on my side with the holster I bought for it, which hooks onto my belt. Had that fucker on my side. People saw it sticking out. Didn't get stopped. Straight up. You don't need a carry license to openly carry in Wyoming. I love it. I'll talk a lot of shit about Wyoming, but truth be told, I love Wyoming. It's an awesome state. The only thing that's wrong with it is that the cannabis ain't legal down here. That's the only thing I don't like. That and the shitty weather during the winter time. But here's the thing of it. Oil booms, okay? Wyoming, particularly Casper, relies on, quote unquote, the oil field to produce a shit ton of oil. And as soon as the oil dries out, people move out of town. the economy dries up a bit. It sucks. Things become, you know. So why aren't we using things like cannabis and hemp to make our state some money? Natural resources, man. That's what Wyoming's all about. Natural resources like coal, salt, oil. Why not add cannabis to, because here's the thing of it. People in Wyoming are constantly going to Colorado to legally smoke and then drive back. So, that could be money going into Wyoming's back pocket, but instead it's going in the back of Colorado's back pocket. So I personally hope we get a governor in Wyoming who's more cannabis friendly, which I think both candidates might actually be weed friendly. Believe it or not, one of them is a breast cancer survivor, and the other one, I know for a fact, supports it. So, yeah. I see her ad on YouTube all the time, and it's like, oh, dude. Breaking my balls with this, man. It's going to be a hard pick because we got two awesome candidates running for governor. You know what I'm saying? So we actually got we're going to have a pretty close election here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I could definitely tell that both candidates are definitely qualified to govern Wyoming. As it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I should mention that cannabis can be used to treat breast cancer. Keep that in mind, because there are some states where if you get caught raping a woman, you might get like 8 to 9 months in prison, minimum. Or less. Maybe you're put onto a sex offender list or some shit. And, that's the end of it. But you get caught with some marijuana, fucking A, that's 15 to life. You can't get a student loan, a housing loan. I'm like, where's the justice in that? What up? Yeah, give me a second. But that's enough for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you cool cobras later.